Good evening, everyone. Our question this week is over chapter 12. The question is, which is the most serious problems for LGBT individuals? Homophobia, cultural heterosexism, or structural heterosexism? Could any, and why? Could any of these exist in absence of the other two, and how? First, we have to kind of define these. Homophobia is hatred or fear of gays and lesbians, fear of being mistaken for one, being gay or lesbian. People might get the wrong idea, if you hang around with gays or lesbians. People just, it's really sad to think that people think that way, but they do. And then cultural heterosexism makes LGBTs feel out of place. From the time a little girl is a little girl, she's kind of taught to, act a certain way, sit a certain way, be a lady, sit like a young lady. Young ladies don't act that way. And they're basic, little girls are taught, they grow up and, look to find the right, the right man to marry. And, and it's referred to as in the book, it used the word Prince Charming. But what they didn't mention in the book was that even little boys are expected to act a certain way. Do little boy things, climb trees. Of course, little girls do that too, but, go frogging, gosh, I can't think. Play with trucks, cars, little boy stuff. And if they don't act like little boys, they're made fun of. Not only by other little boys, but possibly by family too. Family tends to make a bigger deal out of little boys not acting like little boys than they do little girls. And then structural heterosexism refers to ways heterosexual relationships are allocated for resources, opportunities, and privileges. Well, because of homophobics, LGBTs, are in fear of not only being rejected, but fear of things like what happened to Billy Jack Gaither happening to them. And, there has been stories at different times on the news where someone has been attacked or beat up or whatever, because of their sexual identity, which, that's really not anybody's business. Then DOMA is the Department of Marriage and Act, and it has, denied 1,000 rights, privilege, and benefits to same-sex couples. And as of 2013, in many states, there is no legal protection against someone who is involved in a homosexual relationship. There's nothing there to protect their job. But in February 2013, the Attorney General made changes in the DOMA that included same-sex marriages. So, that's a positive thing, for LGB community. But it all comes down to that all this is forms of discrimination, which refers to unequal treatment of each other by an individual or even by a group of individuals. And the question really asked, which is the most serious problems? They're all really problems for LGB individuals. And I explained why. I think they all kind of go together. They really do, because all of them is a form of discrimination. And, you know, discrimination has always been a problem in America in some form or another. Thank you and have a nice evening.